Have you ever wondered how to let go of emotional pain and attachments without turning into a cold, unfeeling person? When we talk about detachment from a Buddhist perspective, it is important to understand that this is not about shutting down our feelings or becoming numb emotionally. Instead, Buddhist detachment is about cultivating a healthy relationship with our emotions so that we can experience life fully without being overwhelmed or driven by them. Let's explore this profound concept in depth and understand not only how to detach, but how to do so without losing the rich texture of human emotion. First, let's clarify what attachment means in Buddhism. It is not just about physical possessions, but also about clinging to ideas, outcomes, relationships, and even our identity. Attachments cause suffering because they create resistance to the natural flow of life. When things don't go our way, we suffer emotionally, mentally, and even physically. Detachment is the practice of releasing this clinging and learning to be present with life as it is. This does not mean we stop caring or feeling. It means we begin to see the transient and interconnected nature of all things and emotions. Now you may ask, how can we feel emotions without being controlled by them? The answer lies deeply rooted in mindfulness, awareness, and compassion. Mindfulness is the foundational Buddhist tool that allows us to observe our emotions without judgment. Instead of reacting impulsively to anger or sadness, mindfulness creates space to witness these emotions in their coming and going. This witnessing is the first step in detaching healthily from emotions. By simply seeing emotions as temporary phenomena, you start to break the cycle of getting lost in them and suffering. In practical terms, when a strong emotion arises, pause and take a few deep breaths. Notice where you feel it in your body. Name the emotion internally if you can. Saying in your mind, "I am feeling anger" or sadness, helps create a slight distance between you and the emotion. This subtle shift from being overwhelmed to observing gives you the power to choose your response. Compassion plays a crucial role here as well. Often, emotions stem from vulnerability and pain. When you approach your emotions with kindness rather than judgment, you allow yourself to heal rather than suppress feelings. Compassionate self-awareness nurtures emotional resilience instead of emotional numbness. Another cornerstone to detachment without becoming emotionless in Buddhism is the understanding of impermanence or Anicca. Impermanence teaches us that emotions, like all phenomena, arise, change, and pass away. Nothing remains static, including our happiest moments and our deepest sorrows. This insight encourages us to hold emotions lightly, appreciating the fullness of their presence but knowing they will not last forever. Think of emotions like waves on the ocean. They come and go, sometimes powerful, sometimes barely noticeable. When you accept this, you no longer have to fear or cling to emotions but can engage with them fully in the present moment. Besides mindfulness and impermanence, meditation practice deeply supports healthy detachment. Sitting meditation, especially focusing on the breath or experiencing body sensations, trains the mind to stay balanced and centered in the present. This balance helps prevent emotional flooding and cultivate steady calm. Over time, regular meditation increases emotional clarity and the ability to respond skillfully instead of reacting automatically. Let's highlight some practical tips to cultivate this form of detachment daily. Set intentional time for mindful self-check-ins during your day. Notice when emotions arise and try not to suppress them. Instead, welcome them with curiosity. Practice labeling emotions as you feel them to strengthen your observer's mind. Engage in loving-kindness meditation to deepen compassion toward yourself and others. Maintain Maintain a daily meditation practice to nurture inner stillness. Remind yourself about impermanence, especially when emotions feel overwhelming. Dialogue with your feelings instead of pushing them away. Share your emotional experience with trusted friends or a teacher if you can. Application of Buddhist wisdom in detachment also includes the practice of non-attachment to outcomes. Situations may not always resolve the way we desire, but by detaching from fixed expectations and remaining open, we reduce frustration and emotional turmoil. This stance doesn't mean we give up or become indifferent, but that we embrace uncertainty with a calm heart and clear mind. Importantly, healthy detachment allows emotional connection to deepen rather than diminish. When we release our grip on control and anxious neediness, relationships can flourish in mutual respect and genuine presence. We learn to connect without clinging, love without possessiveness, and communicate authentically without fear. Emotional availability and freedom expand when detachment is embraced correctly. It is common to mistake suppression and numbness for detachment, but they are very different. Suppression is pushing emotions down and ignoring them, often leading to buildup and eventual outbursts. Numbness is a defense mechanism where feelings are dulled in an attempt to avoid pain. Buddhist detachment encourages the opposite, a full meeting and understanding of emotions with calm observation and non-identification. This path leads to emotional maturity and freedom. Detachment is a practice and a journey, not a one-time achievement. It requires patience, consistency, and gentle effort. Compassion for oneself when feelings get intense is crucial. It is helpful to remember that sometimes emotions may overwhelm, and that is part of being human, not failure in practice. In fact, embracing emotional ups and downs with non-attachment gradually transforms our inner life. We cultivate equanimity, a balanced state of mind that welcomes joys and sorrows equally. This equanimity lets us live with peace inside no matter the external circumstances. From a Buddhist perspective, detachment without becoming emotionless reflects the middle path, the way between indulgence and suppression. By walking this path, we open to the richness of life, fully present and free from suffering caused by attachment. Through mindfulness, compassion, impermanence, meditation, and loving kindness, we learn to navigate emotions skillfully. We embrace life's experiences with open-hearted clarity rather than reactive turmoil. The wisdom of Buddha shows us that emotions are not obstacles, but guides on the spiritual path when we relate to them with awareness and care. This is the art of detachment perfected, a deep freedom that allows us to engage with our inner world and the world around us with sincerity, warmth, and harmony. So, if you are ready to foster emotional freedom without becoming cold or disconnected, start with these simple steps today. Observe your mind with mindfulness. Greet emotions with compassion. Remember their impermanent nature and practice meditation regularly. Your emotional intelligence and resilience will grow naturally. Life will feel lighter, more vibrant, and full of meaning. This balance is a gift from Buddhist wisdom that anyone can cultivate with time and practice. Remember, detachment is truly about loving life without grasping it too tightly. It is the profound freedom to feel deeply, yet stand peacefully, and centered in the eye of the emotional storm. Let these ancient teachings inspire you to find your own path of emotional balance and fulfillment. There is no need to fear emotions or hide from them. Instead, learn how to befriend all parts of your emotional world and discover a serenity that transcends suffering and opens the heart wide. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, make sure to hit the like button, Subscribe to the channel and share this wisdom with others who may benefit from it. We'll see you in the next video.